Okay, we got another topic, dude. This is just too easy, man. Wow, forum adventure, another topic I find really fun, and probably the main reason why I made my Mythic Plus changes videos. That would address something like levers and stuff like that. And honestly, the main point of it is that Mythic Plus is way more punishing than it is rewarding, for no good reason, and it doesn't punish griefers and shit like that. But anyways, let's go into this, because I'm starting to make these videos a bit too long than I would like. I want this to be like 10 minutes, but they turn out to be like 20. What is going on? I am talking too much. Mythic Plus Living is now considered actionable griefing, updated with proof. So I signed up for a random pug key at 12 BH Brackenhide Hollow on Tyrannical, and come into a group of 4 friends, not realizing that the Dractyr healer has 350k HP max and is a complete carry with no warning beforehand, and I did not notice such upon joining. I take fault for that part. I mean, why? You shouldn't. You shouldn't really take... I mean, you can. But yeah. The healer dies repeatedly on trash. We accumulate 20 plus deaths on trash before the boss. That was with me single pulling groups and not chain pulling. I guess he's the tank, yeah. And I brush it off till we get to the boss. Approach the first boss and proceed to get absolutely wrecked by the rogue boss's random mechanics on Tyrannical. Oh yeah, the 3, yeah. In one shot with no counterplay available because of the rogue's unstoppable instant damage. Group comp, me, 2 Dractyr, Warlock, Mage. I left with, sorry I'm not dealing with this, and then all 4 group members proceeds to whisper me trash talking and being extremely insulting, and the group spam reports my player, and less than 8 minutes later I receive an in-game pop-up warning. I then contacted a representative trying to get to the bottom of this, being told to be more selective who you pug with, and leaving those folks with no option to complete is indeed griefing, and that their wrongs do not justify my wrongs. Yes, they fucking do. I did nothing but leave peacefully once it was understood the key would not be feasible with the group. And I did not retaliate against any of these players when they whisper me, including not reporting them. So my whole question is Mythic Plus Living a pug with no feasible way to complete a key that set no prior expectations as allowed by the group finder considered griefing and a reportable actionable offense? No. I'm very genuinely curious here, because after reading the contract I do not believe that to be the case. Jesus, you went as far as to read the contract. Holy shit. The key was listed as standard, with no goals or other limits imposed, not as timed or completion. Here you go. If the thread gets deleted, it gets deleted, but here's proof from the first GM I talked to, not the second. From the second conversations I had with him before he gave me the "that should be all," these are taken from the 2 exchanges I had with the first GM. Dude, I didn't even know they had GMs. Holy shit, man. Maybe they did put money into Dragonflight, huh? It is important to note that one bad behavior does not justify others. I mean, but there was no bad behavior that justified him leaving. That was just inadequate player level and skill that didn't justify the problem that this player would have to go through. Therefore, he had to leave. The same way you have received a warning from our system for griefing, you could also use the report system tool in-game to report those players that have been harassing you. Again, him leaving has nothing to do with the harassment. The harassment happened after. What is this GM even on about? And although I can understand the frustration you must have had with the key, you did abandon it, leaving the rest of the group with no chance to even complete it. Well, how about you fix that, Blizzard? How about you fix this problem to let players somehow complete it? Why not fix that issue? Or at least don't reset the key. Don't lower the key. I don't know. I feel like reasonable solutions. I do hope you understand the reason behind the warning, and rest assured the accounts that are penalized are investigated. No penalties are applied without at least the actions being reviewed. The right-click report feature will provide us with the necessary chat interaction that we can use to verify the harassment on their part as well. That being said, I went ahead in the previous contact and already investigated the issue, and proper actions were taken. But as said, one bad action does not justify another. So, in the future, we would recommend to only commit to keys you intend to complete if bugging, as you could ruin the experience for others. The same way we will be warning those players about their behaviors in chat. I mean, yes, I'm committed to finishing a key. However, I'm not committed to spending 4 hours on a key, especially a plus 12. Okay? That is, like, maybe not even worth it. Again, the problem is the design. The reason people are leaving is the design problem. This is a problem for the design team to solve, not for the player. If a player wants to leave, they will leave. If you're gonna ban the player, he will not come back. This is not a solution. In the future, I would recommend you doing key with your friends or with members of your guild to avoid any Imagine that. Imagine. In the future, I suggest you play with the people you know. Don't interact with people you don't. In a world that is supposed to be about interacting with other players that you don't know. Oh my god. Guild to avoid any frustration with a difficult key. Dude, it's a plus 12. What difficult key? Dude, I would be so pissed if the GM wrote this to me. I would send this GM to fucking high heaven, bro. What a fucking idiot. With a difficult key or to guarantee... I mean, he's doing his job, but it's like... He's reading it from a script. But like, fuck off, this GM is fucking stupid. With a difficult key or to guarantee you are playing Mythic Plus with player you know are able to complete higher keys. Well, how do you know? You joined the pug. There were no... He said there were no special notes on the fucking pug. It was like standard, meaning we're just gonna go into a 12 and clear it. That's what standard is. Oh my god, man. And as we mentioned in our code of conduct in the behavior section, behavior that intentionally detracts from others' enjoyment, such as griefing, throwing, feeding, etc., is unacceptable. Good. Ban the fucking healer then. Ban the 4 players. Are you fucking kidding me? We expect our players to treat each other with respect and promote an enjoyable environment. Well, it's not enjoyable when there's a clear carry. Again, assuming what this guy says is true. It is not enjoyable when there's a clear fucking carry and it is not mentioned. Acceptable behavior is determined by player reports and Blizzard's decision, and violating these guidelines will result in account and gameplay restrictions. That should be all, but in case you need help with other issues, let us know and help you with what we can. As you can see, there's no mention of any kind of mention of any offense other than leaving a key and specifically being reported for griefing. Update. After posting in customer support, I was informed by the second blue that I was warned for using a 3-letter acronym with the F-bomb in it. What the fuck? Really? In the context of acronym, do you guys want to face pull some more? What the fuck? Do you guys want to face pull some more? After they pulled an entire area. I did forget about this entirely, as I did not even give it a second thought and was not meant as malicious, but apparently it was enough and I accept that. I can't believe that you accept that. I would not. I maintained fully thought that it wasn't a problem for them until I left. I did not leave it out or to lie or obscure because this was the first response from the first GM. I just wasn't told the actual reason, and this was the reasoning the GM that I got first gave me. I own that I did not use the acronym completely. I completely legitimately forgot about it as unimportant and completely silly, but whatever. Perhaps I shouldn't have, and I have learned a lesson, but I did not think anything of it, and it was not malicious, nor did I follow it up with anything at all, till the sorry I'm not dealing with this. Nor did anyone say anything in response to the acronym. However, I reiterate, dude, I can't believe WTF is a problem. The GM response I first received made no mention of this and did indeed give the below response. I did not lie. I have email proof of this response. Both representative interactions happened, the first on Monday night, the second on Tuesday later in the day. Okay, whatever. Let's see what people are saying. Obviously, that's a no. Hypothetically, they seek assistance from another party to resolve the matter and figure out what the issue behind the claim is and how such a thing is right, and is maybe told that they were griefing. I see you don't understand how the system works. What they do is look at the chat logs to see what happened. It's all there. Yeah, that's all they do. So it's like if you don't type anything, you're good. Nicholas living a pog with no. It isn't. Worst case scenario, I think, is that you get a behavior warning because they had their group or guild falsely report you, but shouldn't actually result in anything. If you said mean stuff, then that's another matter, though. Yeah, I mean, imagine he said WTF. Here's the thing. This is like what happened with League of Legends. You are unable to communicate with people anymore because honestly, you can do the dumbest shit every game. As long as you don't type anything, no punishments. Ever. Never gonna get banned, never gonna get muted, nothing, because you're not typing. It's so fucking dumb. And this is what WoW is gonna be like. That's great. Oh yeah, just don't talk to other people. Great fucking solution. From now on, everyone just go to Discord and chat there and talk there, okay? Like, just... Like, fuck you. Like, well, who even needs chat in the game at this point? Said mean stuff, then that's another story. Warnings don't even go on that person's record. They're just the game saying, hey, some players are reporting you. Maybe you should chill out a bit. It's not because of exactly the kind of scenarios you described. Trapping people into hopeless runs would outright kill pugging. They'd need to enforce a lot more tighter gear checks and overhaul the pug system as a whole, as they fucking should. They really should as a whole, and it would still be open for abuse, as even if everyone is properly geared for a run, people could try to force others to carry their multi-box alts or stuff like that. That already happens in leveling dungeons. Yeah, I mean, but again, dime a dozen, you know, so it doesn't happen as often as just people being under geared or getting carried without gear. The only thing is that if they start flaming you, don't respond. Fuck talking to people, bro. It's an MMO, but don't talk to others. Live without a word, and certainly don't start flaming them yourself. Just don't give them anything to exploit and you got nothing to worry about. Yeah, that's the world we live in. Also, bait title. Yeah, it was. One doesn't need to provide information, no, but it is a valid reason for leaving, much like any other reason. Say then the person leaves peacefully with sorry, I'm not dealing with this. Then that would make it a reportable offense in relation to them, not to the one leaving the group. And the group spam reports leaver player and receives a warning. That wouldn't happen because that's not how the report system works. Yeah, I don't even think, last I checked, there wasn't a report and the reason was griefing. For the most part, it was just like toxic, like chat shit. Being told that to be decided again, this isn't how it works. 12 be agent tyrannical. I like when people think plus 12s have unavoidable or no counterplay, random one-shot mechanics. In one shot with no counterplay available because of the rogues unstoppable instant damage. I believe what happened. Don't you also like get like slept during or something? But again, he's a death knight. He has ways to deal with it. But I mean, I don't know why he dies in a plus 12 as a DK. That being said, he might have also been undergeared. That being said, he was also probably not getting healed. I'm assuming you're an adult, right? You have what I hope is average intelligence too, right? Okay, so if we generously give you both of these attributes, how can you not see you have just described how leaving works in general? What is he talking about? Well, to be more selective who you pug with, and leaving those folks with no option to complete is indeed griefing, and that their wrongs do not justify my wrongs. I did nothing but leave peacefully once it was understood the key would not be feasible with the group. Assuming you're an adult, you have what I hope is average intelligence too. If we generously give you both of these attributes, intelligence and being an adult, how can you not see you have just described how leaving works in general? I don't think Ron Stantin has intelligence. He might be an adult, but I don't think he has intelligence. There are ways to leave without it being called griefing. Like, there are reasons to leave without being called griefing. Justice is served. I then contacting the representative trying to get to the bottom of this, being told leaving those folks with no option to complete is indeed griefing. Justice is served. I love that people hate on this guy for leaving when based on him, again, just based on him, because we don't know the whole context. But if everything he said is true, he's still at fault for leaving. It's like, bro, it's a plus 12. I just want to get a key done. I'm not here to babysit. I'm not here to, like, this wasn't like a learning group. This wasn't like a completion group. Well, this was like a standard run. Standard run is close to approximately most often to time it, but very close to timing it in case of failure. Not 20 plus deaths before the first boss. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? 10 deaths in before the first boss. I'm already out of there like 5 deaths ago. Shit, man. One major wipe before the first boss, in the plus 12, I'm out. You've got to be shitting me. I was in a run. Okay, this is like during Dragonflight Season 1. And I was like, fuck it, I just want to try the Evoker and whatever. And it was like a plus 5 or plus 6. And this tank, never done. What was it called? It's the one in the Azure Vaults, maybe, whatever. The one with the blue area with a crystal dragon at the end. I think it was called Azure Vaults. Anyways, this tank in a Mythic plus 6 or 7 has never done a run of this place. And he just overpulled and he alerted the dragons and we had to deal with so much shit. And man, I ran out of mana like 3 times before the first boss, and we had like 3 deaths because I just couldn't heal everyone, okay? And again, this was like my 3rd time playing the Evoker. But like, this tank didn't make it any easier. And then when he didn't know the first boss mechanics and just kept targeting the shards at people and all that shit and like not breaking crystals, blowing up on other people, I was like, bro, either like maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know how WoW works at all, or maybe he's just doing it on purpose. We killed the first boss, and I was like, honestly, guys, good luck to you. I'm not dealing with this tank. There's no fucking way. Call me a griefer, but I'm not there to educate and babysit someone in a plus 6, let alone a plus 12. Get the fuck out of here. That's not my fucking job. Anyways, that is the video. God damn, again, a 20-minute video. I need to make these shorter. Anyways, that's the video. Leave a comment down below if you think I'm also a griefer. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.